Hello, friends. Pastor Amy here from Southgate United Methodist Church. It is Wednesday, September 22nd. And do you know what that means? It's the first day of autumn. It's the first day of fall. One of my favorite days of the year because it's my favorite season. Not that it's all about me, but it is a gorgeous day here in Lincoln, Nebraska. We have bright sunshine. The temperature has dropped to just a really nice, comfortable temperature. Not a lot of wind. It's a great day to get out there and to do what you love, whether that's walking or bike riding or jogging or any of those fun things. I think about bike riding and um, I've been spending some time teaching our younger son how to ride his bike. I did that with our older son. One of the bits of advice that I gave them both is to don't focus so much on the ground where you're afraid of going, you're afraid of falling down. Don't focus so much on the ground or even like right in front of you. Look ahead, look to where you want to go, and the rest of you will follow. And you know where I got that advice from? I got from the TV show Frasier, if you can believe that, of all things. There was an episode where the main character, Frasier, and his brother Niles, they admitted that as adults, they had never learned to ride their bikes as kids. And so they decide they're going to learn to ride their bikes. And of course, it's a humorous scene. But I want to share with you a few tidbits from that episode.
It's got a magnetic hold on it.
That's because you keep focusing on it. Whatever you do, put it out of your mind. The more you think about it, the worse it gets.
You're a cloud scudding across a clear blue sky. I'm a cloud, you're a cloud. A cloud. I am a cloud! I'm flying!
Last one to cross the finish line doubles the other's pledges.
You're on, and I look forward to watching you write that big fat check.
Boy, I hope I can steer around that big mailbox right there. Ciao.
That happens in our lives, doesn't it? Whether we're learning to ride a bike, whether we are trying to regulate certain aspects of our diet, avoid certain foods, and embrace others. If we're trying to regulate our thoughts so that we're focusing on positive things rather than negative things, there's a lot of opportunities for us to have our attention diverted to things that aren't worth our time, aren't worth our energy. And so this Sunday, we're talking about the phrase, love the sinner, hate the sin. There are a lot of problems with this phrase. At its best, it's just unhelpful, but it can actually be quite hurtful and harmful to throw this saying around and to live by the saying. Because one of the problems when we live by this philosophy of love the sinner, hate the sin, we're finding sin everywhere. We are focused so much on what other people are doing wrong that it makes it harder to love other people. And that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Jesus calls us to love our neighbors, love our enemies. He never told us to hate anything, but Jesus told us to love one another. And when we live by the phrase, love the sinner, hate the sin, all we can see is sin. And also, it has us focusing on other people's sin and distracting us from the things that we need to work on in ourselves, our own sin. And really, it's our own behavior, our own actions, our own thoughts. That's the only thing we can control when it comes to modifying behavior. Um, and so I encourage you all to think about where in your life is your focus uh, being diverted to something that's not so helpful, being diverted to something that could even be harmful or hurtful. And how can you divert your focus back to um, what God is calling you to do? How can you divert your focus back to loving your neighbors and working on your own issues, your own challenges, and things that God is calling you to work on? So um, I hope y'all can have some time this week to get out in this gorgeous weather, enjoy the beginning of fall. And I hope you're also staying safe and staying healthy. Remember that God loves you, so do I, and I'll see you Sunday.